Okay, I think this is going now. I'm not very confident with all this video stuff, so we'll give this a try and see what happens. I just got home from work and I decided before I change out of my uniform and into my grubby clothes that I normally use for hanging around the house, I'd go ahead and do my presentation. My presentation is about the BSA District Executive. As you can see, I'm wearing my Scout uniform. I work at the Scout shop as a sales representative. I am not a district executive. However, I have several friends who are, and so I talk to them. Well, to one of them, to Ricky Dula, who is my district executive. I chose this one. It's in the book, in the pamphlet from NCFR, and so I thought, hey, I know somebody like that, and that's something possibly I'd be interested in, probably not. Anyway, a BSA District Executive is a professional scouter who assists all the volunteers and boys and makes sure that the program is running. He works with the council under the direction of the council executive. He usually has one or two districts that he's in charge of, which could be several hundred to a couple thousand boys that he's responsible for making sure that they have a program that is working and is quality. Now, he doesn't work very often with the boys themselves. He works mostly with the adults and with various organizations and businesses in the community. But he's working with those adults so that the boys have a quality program, because the adults are the ones providing the program for the boys. So I talked to my friend Ricky, and he says that his favorite thing about being a BSA executive is that he gets to promote and to help grow a program that he really cares a lot about, that really changed his life as a young man. He is an Eagle Scout. He did not grow up saying he wanted to be a professional scouter. He didn't even know as a boy there was such a thing. But shortly after he graduated from college, he had to make a phone call. Somebody had asked him a question, and so he called the council office to find out the answer for his friend. And he says, oh, by the way, are you hiring? And they said, yes, we are. And he had the job within days. And he was very excited. His degree is in sociology. BSA doesn't care what your degree is in particularly. They just want you to have a college degree. Many of them are business people. Some of them are, now that nonprofits are so common, and you can get degrees and things of actually working with nonprofit organizations. His degree is sociology, and he feels that it helped him in that he studied social groups and offices and sociology of demographics, and that's really helped him a lot in his work. He feels like marriage and family would be an interesting one to come into it with, and would probably be helpful too, since the whole point of Boy Scouts is not just to build boys, but to build their families. And it's a family-run organization. All of the volunteers that work with the boys are generally their parents, their aunts, their uncles, their grandmas and grandpas. And so it's a family organization that works to build and strengthen families, not just boys. So, and girls. Girls are in the venturing and exploring programs as well. So he says it would definitely be useful, and it definitely is applicable. He says that his favorite thing, besides, I'll grab my notes here, besides being able to build the Boy Scout program itself and help so many people through that program, his other favorite thing about the job is the flexibility. There are specific events he has to attend, and there are specific meetings he has to attend, but other than that, he is free to set his schedule however he wants, as long as he accomplishes the things that need to be done. So, for example, tonight he has to go to a district dinner. So that's the other thing, so his schedule is flexible, but a lot of the events that he has to attend, and a lot of the meetings he has to attend, are in the evenings and on the weekends. So that is a disadvantage, that those hours are frequently taken. But his daytime, he is free most of the time to set whatever appointments or work out however he wants to. So Ricky said the other class that really helped him was statistics and understanding numbers, because an organization has to be able to show their numbers. And if you're going out and doing fundraising, you got to be able to explain to the people you're fundraising to what the benefits are of your program and what the statistics are that prove that your program is benefiting the community in a way that they want to help. District executives spend their day is just interacting with people for the most part. They spend a lot of time recruiting, mostly leaders, but also helping with the recruitment of boys. They spend their time fundraising. They spend their time organizing meetings and events. They spend their time training volunteers. They spend time, I think I said fundraising. Oh, planning events. I did say that. Ricky, a lot of people don't like fundraising, but Ricky said he actually really enjoys it, because this is an opportunity for him to go out and prove to the business members and organizations in the community what Boy Scouts does, to show them that Boy Scouts exist in their community and what Boy Scouts is doing in their community and why they should support it. And so he actually really enjoys the fundraising part of the job. You spend a lot of time working with people, and so interpersonal communication skills are going to be really important. And you also do a lot of public speaking, so public speaking skills are going to be important to this job. So typical stressors, of course, one of the things I already mentioned is, since there's a lot of evening and weekend things, events and meetings, that's going to be a stressor. I read an article about council executives, who obviously are the ones in charge of the council, not just above there, so they're above the district executives. And the council executive that they were interviewing said that it's really hard to get people to stay in this job for a long time, because it is so demanding, and their spouses tend to get upset that they're gone so often in the evening and on the weekends. And while you set your own hours, frequently there's so many things going on and so much that has to be accomplished, and you have to meet with this person here and that person there. So they're trying to juggle all those things, of course, can be a stressor, but it can also take a lot of time. And the man that was interviewed said that he frequently spends 60 to 80 hours a week working his job as council executive. And that is more than he would have when he was a district executive, but Ricky admits that he spends up probably 40 to 55 hours a week. So if you're looking for something that's 9 to 5, just 40 hours, district executive is not what you want, because you have to have flexibility, and it's probably going to take many weeks. It's going to take more than that amount of time, depending on what's going on in the district and the council. Obviously, there's a lot of travel as you travel back and forth to different meetings, travel to meet with people. Ricky, in particular, he's in charge of 2 districts actually in our council, and the one is the Grayback district, which is the area right around the council office, so that's good. But he's also in charge of the Sunrise district, which is our council office is in Redlands, California, and Sunrise district is out in 29 Palms, Palm Springs, that area out there. And he has to travel out there frequently. So there is a lot of travel, and that can be stressful as well. You spend a lot of time. A district executive also has goals that he has to meet, and it's really important for him to meet those goals. So sometimes if the numbers aren't coming up or the recruitment's not coming up, that can be a problem and a stress. One of the things that district executives do is they help the district volunteers solve problems. So they're a problem solver, and if anybody has a conflict going on, or if they have a problem going on, the organization that was their charter organization decide they don't want to, and so now they don't have a charter and organization, but they still want to be a troop or a pack, then his job is to go and help them find that. So he has to be a problem solver, and so that can be a stress depending on the types of problems that there are. Typical benefits just the full range of BSA offers a full range of health benefits. They offer a retirement plan, paid holiday. They have holidays and vacation plans. It's actually quite comprehensive what they receive as benefits. I talked about common job tasks already. So they might be contacting people, calling people, writing letters, helping to plan an event, double checking to make sure people followed through, might be training. The job requires a bachelor's degree, and as I said originally, and they don't care much what that degree is in, but they are looking for people, and they're not necessarily looking for scout people. You don't have to have a scouting background, although that's helpful. But they need people who are very good at communicating. People who, since you have a lot of independence, you need to be goal-oriented and responsible, and you need to be able to manage your tasks since there's so many things that need to be done. The salary range usually begins in the 30,000s, depends on the size of your district, and if you have any previous experience to back it up. So commonly about $35,000. I couldn't find an upper range on district executive except that more than 50,000. The council executives that were featured in the newspaper article that I found made from $122,000 to $214,000 a year, pay and benefits. And some people think, well, that's a lot of money, but they're the business organizer, they're the CEO, they're the business organizer, they're the problem solver of an entire council. And if you have a large council, it's literally thousands and thousands of boys. It's like being in charge of a school district or something, or a large business, and there's millions of dollars in assets that have to be managed. If anything goes wrong, if there's an accident and a scout is seriously injured or killed, if there's accusations of wrongdoing, he's the one that has to handle all those things and figure all that out. And so the council executive has a lot of responsibilities, and spends a lot of time. As I said, the person in the article said he spends 60 to 80 hours a week, every week. And he's been working in that job for 36 years. And so it's really not out of place if you consider if he was in charge of a business of that same size, or an organization like a school district or a school that same size. It's comparable to what somebody like that would earn. Okay, anything else I can tell you? I don't think so. So that's what a district executive does. He's the professional that helps the volunteers do their work and bring the program of scouting and all the good things that it does to build boys and build families and to build young women. Help them. He gets to do that. He gets to help make sure that it happens, and doing whatever it takes. And so that's it. Thanks for listening.